Welcome to tonight's delightful episode of Neighbors Cooking, where community meets cuisine. And tonight, we're taking our taste buds on a journey to Italy with a dish that has woven itself into the very fabric of culinary tradition with our little twist, the sumptuous and comfortable vegetable lasagna. Originating from the rich and historical tapestry of Italian cuisine, lasagna has evolved from the luxurious banquets of ancient Rome to a beloved staple on dinner tables around the world. The earliest known form of lasagna, or lasagna, dates back to the 1st century, almost 2,000 years ago. It consisted of layers of dough made with wheat flour, water, and sometimes eggs, though much different from the lasagna we cherish today. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and the dish started to resemble the modern-day marvel that we eat today. It used to use ragouts and bechamel sauce and cheeses. However, it wasn't until the dish migrated into the different regions of Italy that it took on the delightful variations of the lasagna we currently love today. In tonight's episode, we're paying homage to this storied dish by embracing the bounty of the garden. Our vegetable lasagna layers thin sheets of pasta with a medley of vibrant roasted vegetables, ricotta cheese, and a rich herby tomato sauce, a celebration of fresh produce and traditional flavors that promises to be not just a meal, but an experience. So grab your aprons and let's get ready to add another delicious chapter to the long history of lasagna. Tonight, we not only cook, but we also connect with the past, present, and future of this beloved dish. Today, we're also thrilled to introduce a very special guest whose work touches the lives of both animals and people in the most compassionate ways, Jayson Lake-Velazco. Jayson serves as the Development and Outreach Director for the Palm Springs Animal Shelter, an organization that is dedicated to providing a safe haven for our four-legged friends. The Palm Springs Animal Shelter stands out as a beacon of hope in our community, being a no-kill shelter that opens its doors to a diverse array of animals. On any given month, the shelter can provide protection for up to 300 dogs and cats, along with other small animals like turtles and guinea pigs. I didn't even know that. Ensuring that they all receive the love and attention they desperately need while waiting for their forever homes. Achieving this monumental task, over 400 volunteers and 50 staff members who pour their time and energy into fostering and caring for these animals. Jayson's role as the Director of Outreach and Development is crucial in shedding light on the shelter's mission and the vital necessity of community support. Through his efforts, the Palm Springs Animal Shelter not only nurtures the animals within its walls, but also educates and engages the community, creating a network of compassion and support that extends far beyond the shelter's doors. Today, Jayson is here to share not just his journey and the incredible stories of animal rescue and rehabilitation, but also how we as a community can come together to make a difference in the lives of these animals who so desperately need our help. So let's give a warm welcome to Jayson Lake-Velazco, a true hero for animals and an inspiring member of our Palm Springs community.
Hello, darling. How are you?
What
an intro. Oh, my gosh.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I've been trying to get you here for a while. I'm going to have you come right over here. There we go. All right. Novice.
give me a mark. I don't know. Give me a mark.
There we go. So you're with the animal shelter.
Yes.
And we cross paths all the time because we're both in nonprofits.
Uh-huh.
And we've started becoming more interested in what each other does.
Yes.
For me, I had 2 dogs that recently passed away.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
And you were such a support for me, and you gave me such good information that I just didn't have. I lost my dog at 25 years, and a week later, 17-year-old.
Yes.
And I was struggling for what to do, and you gave me such good information and such good direction, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure. That's what I do.
So tell us about the shelter and how you got involved and why.
Yeah, it all started about 2 years ago. I was moving to Palm Springs for my fiance at the time, now husband, and I moved from Long Beach to Palm Springs, and I didn't know anybody, and I said, how am I going to meet people? So I said, let's volunteer at the animal shelter, and I, probably about 3 months there, I just talked and met with people. They had this position open for outreach specialist. I applied and I got it, and I'm loving it. All I do is just bring awareness to the animals. I walk people through the shelter, I give tours, I bring this wonderful merchandise all over the city and hopefully get a lot of animals adopted.
I went to your adoption event you had probably a month and a half ago, and I was amazed at how many people were there. How many pets were adopted that day?
Yeah, I think you went to the pet walk.
I did.
The pet walk, I don't know the exact numbers on the pet walk, but probably 125, 150
That's
people
amazing.
walked through that shelter and saw the animals.
Yeah.
It's just planting a seed. So when someone's ready for an animal,
Yeah.
they can say, hey, let's go to the shelter. Let's see what they have.
Well, both my dogs were shelter dogs,
Mhm.
and they were the most amazing dogs. So I would encourage you, if you're looking
Yes,
for a dog,
please.
you can go on the website, right?
Yeah.
What's the
psanimalshelter.org. psanimalshelter.org.
And you can go on and see the dogs and the cats and the animals that are up for adoption.
Yeah,
and
all
make
the
an
animals are
appointment.
there real time. As soon as they're adoptable, they're available. And as soon as they're adopted, they're off the website.
So I'm curious about the turtles. Do you actually have turtles?
Yes, we get turtles all the time. We get desert turtles. We get water turtles. People bring them into the shelter and they say, what do I do with this?
So
And they
those are
turn
the
it in.
big turtles, the desert turtles.
Yeah,
right?
desert turtles, small turtles. We get tons of guinea pigs. Last month, I think we had 30 guinea pigs at one time. Of course, we are in kitten season right now, so we've got about 100 kittens that are available. Puppies are a big thing right now. We've got about 25 puppies right now.
All right, well, there you go. Go to the animal shelter,
Yes.
find your new true love, and Jason will help you out, or one of the other great volunteers or staff members. So you are a chef, you're Italian.
Yes, from Genoa, Italy.
Ah.
They tell me. I've never been, but they tell me I'm from there.
So we're going to make a vegetarian lasagna today, all right?
Yes.
It's not vegan. Vegan's a little harder to make. We're gonna do a vegetarian.
Okay, perfect.
And it's a great and easy recipe. So what's in this recipe, and I'm gonna go over the ingredients. I'm gonna have you come over here and just stand, and then I'm gonna give you some direction. If
All right, tell me what to
the
do.
directions there, I'll be with you in just a second. So let's first of all start off with the ingredients that are going into our recipe. So there's two pieces of this. So we have the vegetables that are actually going into the recipe, and then we have the ricotta cheese mixture filling that we're going to put together. So in the vegetables, we're gonna put those into an oven at 425 degrees. We're gonna take some mushrooms. Oops. Some mushrooms, some red peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers, some onions. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil over that. And then salt and pepper. And I'm going to hand this off to Jason. I'm going to have him put it on that cookie sheet behind us.
We're ready, Chef.
We're ready, so let's blend this all together. Let's take that and just mix it
All
together.
right.
And then you're going to do a thin layer on that cookie sheet.
You
So
got it.
put some parchment paper on the cookie sheet. That way it doesn't, first of all, it doesn't mess your pan up and you don't have to wash it constantly. And second of all, it will make the vegetables a little bit more roasted. So we're going for roasted. So you're going to put these in and you're going to layer it down just to a thin layer.
Yep.
You're going to put it in the oven at 425 and you're going to let that cook for about 20 minutes.
Perfect.
Keep an eye on it and these will all get nice and roasted. And that's going to be part of the filling that we put into, there you go. Now by the magic of television and me being prepared,
Voila.
we've already done our vegetables, so we're going to put them here so everyone can see them. So these are the roasted vegetables, and it's the mushrooms and the peppers and the onions and the olive oil, salt and pepper. So this is what's going to be the inside of our, part of the inside of our lasagna. The other thing going into our lasagna is some Proconio cheese. That'll go at the end. And zucchini, which I need to put on that tray. You want to pull that tray back out for me?
No problem. Let's do it.
There's a towel there, I think. Towel, here we go.
There we go.
There you go. Got my zucchini. So you're going to cut 1 or 2 zucchinis up.
Don't forget your zucchini. That's the most important vegetable.
It can be. It can be your friend.
My favorite is zucchini and yellow squash. Those are my two favorite, with lots of butter and garlic.
Yes. So the nice thing with this is you can make these be, any combination that you want. You can have more zucchini, less zucchini, more peppers, less peppers, whatever you like. There you go. Back in we go.
You got it. Throwing it in.
All right. So while that's cooking, we would make our interior, what we're making with our cheese. So we're taking 3 cups of ricotta cheese. We're going to put into that some salt and some pepper,
Yum.
nutmeg.
Have you ever used cottage cheese instead of ricotta?
I have.
Pros and cons of doing that.
The creaminess. I think the cottage cheese you get that lumpy. It doesn't melt out.
Right.
So and it doesn't really join all the other ingredients together very well. So your lasagna is not going to be as formed when you try to cut it.
Okay, good to know.
So, but you know, it works. We're going to use some garlic, minced, and then we're going to do some zested lemon.
Looks good.
You can put in more, you can put in less, up to you.
I'm all for more.
You're all for more?
Live life fully.
The lemon
Lots of
adds
zest.
some nice citrus to the flavor profile and comes out in the taste when you're
I
finish
love
it.
the smell of the basil. I can smell that right now. It smells really good.
We haven't even cut it yet. All right.
So good. Can I tell you, when you posted this recipe today, my mouth was literally watering. Looking at the layers of the lasagna, it looks so good.
Well, the nice thing with this lemon, I'll let you have a taste of it.
Yeah.
This ricotta with the lemon in it is really good.
Oh my gosh. Delicious.
Isn't that good?
You get to eat that like that.
Right. So we're going to have you start building over here.
Let's build away.
All right. So I've already made my red sauce. So I just do a red sauce. I just take a nice can of crushed tomatoes like this, good Italian crushed tomatoes, put it into a pan. I use my immersion blender to kind of break it up. I put in garlic, olive oil, basil, oregano, just whatever flavors you like. That's the cool thing again about Italian is you get to decide what those flavors are. And I make a big pot of it usually. This is cold the way you want it.
Okay.
So
do we need to put parchment paper or anything in there?
no,
Or spray?
we're not gonna do that, but what we are gonna do, all right, here we go. Bring it over this.
Look at this beautiful color. White, green, and red.
So you're gonna start with putting a half cup just in the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
And I think we can spread it out with this.
Half cup, spread around.
Just spread it around, and then you're gonna put the noodles on. So we're using these thin,
Oh, these cool.
yeah, so these are Barilla. You can get them, they're oven ready, so you don't have to cook them in advance. So it saves you a little bit of time, and I'm all about saving time. So we're gonna fill this pan up. So we're gonna put 3 on this one.
Okay.
So we'll do that way.
Just like that.
And then one more in the middle.
One more in the middle. You got it.
All right. So the next thing that we're gonna put on here is a layer of ricotta cheese. So you're gonna put about a good layer right on top of that, and just spread it out evenly.
I can do that. I use my fingers.
You can use your fingers.
All right, I want to spread this cheese. Spread the cheese, please.
There we go.
Look at that.
A little bit more.
A little more, okay.
Yep.
I will never turn down cheese.
Right, especially
ricotta,
cheese.
yes. All right, now what?
Let's get to the corner there.
Oh, missed the corner. Don't forget the corners.
All right, so the next thing we're going to do is put in about a cup of those vegetables.
Cup of the vegetables, okay.
Right on, so you're going to just, so there's 2 layers, so put half and half.
2 layers, half and half. A little more?
Yeah, we can put a little more. All right.
Oh my God, these smell so good.
You're going to spread that out.
Look at that, perfect. A little more over there. Don't take the corners. I learned quick.
All right, and we're going to put some of the mozzarella cheese on that.
Oh, look at this. Mozzarella is the only one that melts evenly, right?
Depends if you buy it in block form or if you buy it already cut up, it won't melt as well as
a little bit more, or is that okay?
I think that's good.
All right.
So the next thing is a little bit more sauce. So now we're going to use about a cup of sauce.
Okay. Cup.
Yep.
Put it over there and there.
Yep.
Oops,
More.
sorry,
There you go.
teamwork.
Perfect. And then you're going to spread that out. You can use that spoon.
All right. Look at this.
Yep.
Perfect. Oh, yum, yum, yum.
And then we're going to put some more noodles just like before.
Okay.
3 in 1.
Let's do 1, 2,
and 3.
3. How do these cook? They're not cooked right now.
They are, well, the way because they're very thin, so they're not like your typical lasagna noodle. And the reason you make sure there's sauce at the bottom and sauce in between each layer is because the sauce cooks.
Okay.
Will cook it. So what went on top of that? Right.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just guessing.
And we got lots of that. So just fill her up.
Fill her up. You got it. All right. Filling up.
All right.
Ta-da. Look at that.
There you you
I
go.
hope the camera's picking that up because that is beautiful.
Now we're going to put spinach.
Okay.
So you can just start layering spinach across the top, nice and pretty.
You know what I love when I was watching you do this? You took the stems off. I don't know anyone else that takes the stems off. I love that. Oops, I didn't do that right side up.
That's all right. Nobody's going to see the inside really. I'm just kind of...
You want it to be pretty.
I always think about the photograph at the end.
Yeah, the photo. It's all about the photo. Tell me your favorite photo you've ever taken.
Actually, they're on my wall.
They're on your wall. Steak, shrimp, and the carrots. Those are beautiful.
That was when I was in the competition for favorite chef, and we had to do a plating and put it up online. And so mine was a surf and turf. My version of surf and turf was the end piece.
What was the yellow sauce under the shrimp?
A béarnaise sauce.
Oh my gosh, I've never done that. How was the competition?
Well, until I wasn't in it anymore, it was a lot of fun.
So you made it to top 5?
I was in the top 10.
10, okay.
And then the next voting round, I came in 7th.
Oh, wow.
So, which was fine. I got through, like 1,000 chefs got kicked out before I did. So I can't complain about it at all. All right.
Okay, now what's the next layer? Vegetables?
Vegetables. So we're going to finish it off with the vegetables. There we go.
Did you get to meet Carla?
Well, I've met Carla before, actually.
She seems so nice.
Very nice. And then, ooh, hot.
Careful.
I think in that drawer there should be another little spatula.
Okay. Which one do you like?
It doesn't matter. Just one that will.
There you go.
Good enough. All right, and then we're going to put this sauce over the top. And then we've got more mozzarella cheese.
Yes.
And more. So we're going to put all of that and this on the top.
All of it?
All of it.
All right. Nothing like a good bubbling mozzarella. Do you ever bake? Do you like baking, or is it only savory cooking dishes?
You know what? I'm not a baker. It's the thing is when you're baking, you have to be very specific about your ingredients.
Right.
And you don't have to necessarily with cooking, depending what you're making. So we've got all that cheese on top.
Spread it around evenly.
And then the last thing we're going to put is this Perconio cheese right on the top of this.
That looks like a Parmesan, kind of.
Kind of. It's like a Parmesan, but it's a little bit richer.
Okay.
I just buy it in the block and
grate
it up, grate it. There we go. So I got a cup of that. I've got the recipes up on this website, up on Facebook.
Yeah.
So we're going to put this in the oven. We're going to lower it down to 400 degrees.
Okay.
And about 45 minutes.
Perfect.
So now we've already finished a lasagna. Once you take it out, we are going to, I'll keep this here. Once you take it out, you're going to let it set for about 20 minutes so that everything can firm up and come together.
That's one of the tricks on meat too. Always let it rest, right?
Gotta let it rest. Otherwise, everything doesn't form together, right? So.
It's beautiful. That's your photo right there.
There you go.
Cutting the lasagna.
Got a bowl here for you. You're going to be the first taste tester.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. My mouth is watering. I can feel it.
All right.
The perfect piece. Look at that.
There we go.
Yum. I wish it was this quick to cook at home. I know you've been slaving in the kitchen all day to prep for this show, so thank you so much.
So there we have it.
Look at that.
Vegetarian lasagna.
Beautiful.
And I'll get you a fork.
No, I'm just going to spin it around and appreciate. You know, food is like art, right? Look at that. Look at all the layers. Look at the cheese. Look at the vegetables, the brown crust.
And you can see it on this camera. Here we go. You can see the layers probably. Can you see that, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got these beautiful layers.
Oh my
gosh. You get the first taste.
Yay. Oh my God, my mouth is watering. I love it, love it, love it, love it. How do we do this? So good. Vegetable lasagna. Oh my God. Yum, yum, yum.
All right. Well, as we wrap up another delightful episode of Neighbors Cooking, it's impossible not to take a moment to extend our thanks to you, Jayson.
Thank you, Chef. This is great. Oh my gosh.
Your unwavering dedication in our community and helping foster pets and animals is amazing, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you for all of that.
Thank you so much for bringing attention to it.
I will be coming in to adopt a pet, I'm sure, very soon.
Or come just walk them.
Oh, I would love to do that too.
Be a volunteer and walk the dogs and cats.
There you go.
Walk them around the shelter.
This week's journey through flavors and friendships reminds us of the joy in sharing and caring both for each other and for the furry friends awaiting a loving home. In that spirit, we encourage everyone to click the link below in our site, get over to the shelter, Palm Springs Animal Shelter, and they will set you up with your next best friend.
Yes.
Before we say goodbye, let's not forget to stay connected and keep the spirit of Neighbors Cooking alive until we meet again next week. Share your creations, your stories, your love for four-legged animals. Tag Neighbors Cooking and adopt, don't shop. Let's make a difference, one recipe and one adoption at a time. Thank you, Jayson, for coming in tonight.
Thank you, Chef Mitch.
We appreciate you.
Yes, love you. Thank you, thank you.
And we'll see you again next week in the kitchen. Bye.
Bye.